Yawning.
Has Chris Bellamy put quarters in the machine? And
Yeah.
all right, let's see if we
Let's
can.
see if he's in there yet.
Yeah. He didn't get the message about turning his phone sideways.
Oh, let me tell him. Turn your phone sideways.
We'll see. Let me see if I can. Oh, look at there! It did it.
How about that?
It did
If you wanted to do it, it wouldn't do it. And but let me see here. Let me get in here, and let's see here. All right, man. Can you hear us?
I can.
There he is.
Hey.
Yeah. See if you can turn your phone sideways. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. And
Now we can see you better.
yeah, it wouldn't let me add another camera, so there's that thing that you got to work with.
Yeah, I ran into
I
that.
know.
Let me.
It's always something.
It always tells you extra camera can't be added. So
Yeah,
anyway.
I ran into that.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Listen, point the phone down so I can see that damn necklace that Janet got you. That Atosha coin.
Right here.
Golly, look
That's
at that
massive,
thing.
dude.
That's a pretty big medallion right there.
He's been showing that off. He's going down to the bus station, the Greyhound bus station, and just showing people. Look what my hot girlfriend got me. Yeah,
Yeah,
We can't-
man.
We can't see
We
it.
can't see it.
yeah.
Hang on. I'll take it off.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you will. Yeah. There we go. And then push the phone back because right now we need to trim your nose hairs.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, that is
That is a beautiful one. Now bring it over to the other side a little bit.
no,
other way, the other way.
To the right. There you
There
go, right
you
there.
go.
Everything on camera is opposite than what you think
There
it is.
you go.
That is beautiful.
Okay.
You could hypnip somebody with that thing.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
hypnotized with it right now. I'm like, I just need to sell everything I got and buy one, I guess. So
That's
I saw a
amazing.
gentleman, day before yesterday, he had a 4.
Oh,
This is an 8, a true whole piece.
yeah.
Wow.
When somebody says, I mean, the Spanish used to pay their soldiers in pieces of 8.
Yeah.
And it took 8 pieces to make one of these.
Wow.
Wow.
And then the chain, I don't know how well you can see the chain, but the chain,
Oh, you can't miss it, buddy.
Yeah. The chain looks like something you'd anchor a boat down with.
I'm a big guy. I didn't want to look weird.
That's beautiful, man.
Silver, and they take an 1/8 or a 1/4 inch off of the silver bar
Mm-hmm.
that come off the Atosha, and they document that. Then they melt the silver down and make replica coins, and then the jewelers use the rest for stuff like this with a chain, and it's got a really cool. I doubt you can see it, but it right here. I don't know. You might not be able to see that, but that says.
I can't see that. What does it say?
Atosha.
Oh, wow. So that's an Atosha
Yes.
chain as well.
That's awesome.
Now you're just showing off, man. Now you're just showing off.
It's a lifetime achievement.
Yeah, I agree.
That's really cool.
People ask me all the time, like, man, what do you want me to get you for your birthday? And I'm like, an Atosha coin. They're like, well, I ain't ever asking you again.
B-Man just commented in the chat. He said, you have a Florida Keys dog tag now.
Oh.
That's right.
That is exactly what they are. There was a lot. We have a Janet and I have a good friend named Scott Ruse, who was the photographer in Key West. He owned a whole city block there from Southern and Duval over to about Catherine. And he finally, in 1996, he thought it was getting crowded, so he moved. And he was in the photography business, there, had 2 stores. He documented all of Mel's findings because the IRS and the Florida government and everybody else was down there wanting their share.
Ooh.
After Mel spent gazillions of dollars. And it all wound up in federal court, and the federal court ruled it was Mel Fisher stuff.
Yeah.
$400 million.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a heavy duty price. He lost Derek. Derek is the one that found the Etosha.
Yeah.
He broke off from the fleet and went. He had found a documentary in Spain in the dark archives there that mentioned a second hurricane that blew the aft section of the Etosha off the sandbar back to the east.
Hmm.
And it wasn't very far. It was like a couple miles. And the trail that Mel and everybody on, John Brandon, I've been very, very fortunate to meet what is left of what was called the Golden Crew.
Hmm.
The Golden Crew were people that stayed with Mel after he was broke.
Yeah.
And they said, well, if you can get some diesel and some rice and beans, we'll keep looking. We can catch fish and what have you, and we'll stay with you. We'll find a thing. We know we're on it.
Yeah.
And that's how everything. That's how it all got. It was the trail they were on was running southwest, and it was petering out, and that's when Derek moved away and started looking at it. And it won't 2 or 3 days went by. He found that big gold chain. You've seen that picture?
Yeah.
Of?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's how all that went down. And there's a lot more to it, but it's a hell of a story. And I played for Carl Fismer. He was a big part of this. When Carl passed away a while back, so I played his celebration of life there at On the Edge, and it was everybody who's still alive was there.
Wow.
And they all got gold rings with Golden Crew initials inside the ring. I was playing that big tiki bar show with the dancers Wednesday night, and John Brandon showed up. And I told him Janet had got me one, and he said, "Well, why didn't you wear it?" I said, "Well, the night's kind of rough and tumble. We're partying pretty hard, so I didn't want to damn thing."
Yeah. Well, it's beautiful, man, and I love the whole history of Mel Fisher, and I people give me crap because I watched the Curse of Oak Island, and
Yeah, I watched that.
yeah, I watch it too because I'm fat. They actually went down to Mel Fisher, went out with him at one time during the show. But, it's true. They dig up a lot of wood, okay? There's a lot of wood. You dig deep enough in the ground, you're going to find wood. But every once in a while, they'll find a coin that was a piece of a barter, right? And that's kind of what you were talking about. They'd take a coin and they would cut it, and that would be pieces of something they would barter with.
Yep. I met Mel Venn, who is Mel's grandson.
Hmm.
He's here in Sebastian. There's the plate fleet was 100 years after the Etosha sank, and it's off of Sebastian. It's pretty much from Jensen Beach to Port Canaveral, and it's just scattered everywhere. There's all kinds of items, pottery, plates, forks. But there was a good amount of silver as well.
Yeah.
But that was 100 years later, but it's a lot. That's one reason I like it here. I mean, North Carolina has a ton of maritime history as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's never been a big find like this in North Carolina. But I'm sure it's there.
Yeah, there was a lot of pirates off the coast of North Carolina for sure.
Yeah. But here, it's calm. One thing, the water's a lot calmer here. It's rough as hell off Carolina coast half the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a interesting bunch down here.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, I was playing your schedule early in the show, and I put together a video of all of it and played it on the show. And I got to tell you, man, you're busier than most people think you are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am busy as I want to be, and sometimes busier. You know, to iterate on that, I hadn't put a boat in the water. Well, Janet and I went out a couple of weeks. We had a little.
Yeah. Yeah, she bought you this nice Satoshi coin, and then you tried to kill her on the boat. That's what I got out of that. You know, I was like, what the hell?
it was impromptu.
Yeah. And I remember he says, "Hey, we're gonna." At the time, we had a hurricane out there somewhere, you know, and I even mentioned to him like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's a good idea to get on that boat today. There's a hurricane out there. Oh, that thing's too far away. Don't worry about it. Next thing I know, they're in the ER.
Yeah, but it was calm. The water was slick, but I just was. If I ran the boat normally like I do, to jump up on plane and go, none of this would have happened. But I didn't want to jolt her because she's got some arthritis going on, and eased it over, and that's. When you're trying to, no good deed goes unpunished.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was but other than that, I ain't put a boat in the water 6 months.
Wow.
What? And I can tell you why, because he's been playing. We went through a stretch there in July and August where he's damn near playing every night.
Yep. I was.
Sometimes twice a day. Yeah.
Twice on Saturday and Sunday, and every night except Mondays. That was my lobster Bloody Mary day.
Yeah. So what's going on? You wanted to jump on here. You got some kind of special announcement? You open for Rolling Stones or anything like that?
No, not as late. I have. It's we got things in the work. I'm gonna figure out I'm gonna do another album. I'd love to figure out how to make some money off of it. We'll just have to. You and I'll have to talk about that later.
Yeah.
We've got some planning time, but I've got a studio set up here. We're home here now. I think we have 2 more boxes out after 2.5 years. 2 more boxes to still unpack. but we're good, and I can record here and all is well. So, and I've written a ton of songs. When Jimmy died, it just broke my heart, and then I lost Flip Pallet about 10 days ago. Who was the head honcho with Walker's Cake Chronicles that ran for 13 years, and I did a lot of music for Flip, and then Sea Line Productions. It was the name of the company, and he was 82 and got something happened and died suddenly. He was in good health, but it just sucks losing your friends. I get it when old people tell me, and I'm 69 now.
Yeah.
I get it when people tell me it's a double-edged sword living late in life because you have to endure the loss of your friends.
Yeah. Well, I remember talking to my mom. She passed away this year, and I remember talking to her a year or so ago, and I was trying to make her feel better, right? She's like, I'm just so old now, and I'm like, well, look at it on the other side. You've outlived all your ex-husbands and all that stuff. I mean, it's all good, I was trying to make her feel better, but I get it. When all your brothers and sisters and everything else is, that all happens to you. I mean, the world gets smaller.
Yes, sir, it does. I've been reading Buffett's book, Salty Piece of Land.
Mm-hmm.
And that has amazing, it's just so bizarre and timing wise. It's like it was meant for me to wait 20 years to read that book, because there's a fly fishing, a place called Lost Boys fly fishing resort that the character with the horse named Mr. Mark Twain, he winds up being a fishing guide there, and then there's Jimmy's was very crafty about working a title of his song into a verse or a chapter, you know, I miss the guy, you know,
Yeah.
being on the planet, and of course Flip was my friend, lived up in Mims. It's just so I'm reading the book, and I recommend this book if all you guys out there listening have not read it. I've read a lot of Jimmy's stuff, but this Salty Piece of Land is sat on my bookshelf for close to 20 years, and it's a real good read.
Yeah.
I surely advise it. It's got a lot of parallels in a lot of people's lives right now.
So what you guys doing today?
Well, we're probably going to ride out to Willie's and meet Brian Herndon and the rest of my outlaw outboaters and airboaters and drink some beer and eat some wings and tell lies and stories.
Well, sounds like a perfect day, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just make sure we got a good life jacket on Janet if she goes along. I can't let nothing happen to her, you know.
I think we're going on the water today. I think we're just going to stay on the ground. We'll see about that. The airboat is ready, so, you know.
I'm trying to.
All the risky stuff we've done. Me and her have done some things, brother. And she's never had a scratch on her until the other day. It's like, dang it, honey, I'm so sorry. But she didn't break nothing and everything. She got skin up a little bit. She stayed in the boat. And she's little, you know.
Yeah.
Hard to get that momentum going, and all of a sudden, boom, bam, there you are.
All right.
She's Janice. We figured out a long time ago Janet's a lot tougher than I am.
Well, she's got to be tough to hang with you. I know that. So, you know, I've been sending everybody over to TikiManRadio.com to look at your schedule. We'll be posting everything out there, and got a lot of gigs coming up at On the Edge, and you got the Chris Bellamy and the Key West Ramblers on Wednesday night for the next 17 years or something like that, right? Every Wednesday night.
Yeah, that's a good band. Those people are way more talented than I am. They're really, really good at what they do.
Well, you're pretty good.
One more quick footnote.
Yep.
My a lifetime friend, Gunky McMahon. There was 5 of them, Vietnam vets. They were airboaters. That's where I picked all this up at.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one of his boats. Him and Johnny Schneider built a boat, and they called it the Dukes of Key Largo after my song, the Dukes of Key Largo, on that album I did with Down in the Keys with Key Players.
Yeah.
It's on that album. So Gunky said, you got to be tough if you're going to be stupid.
Words to live by. Yeah, that's right. Well, listen, we love you guys. We're going to let you fly. We got to get back to the show, but always good to see you. I wish you were coming up here in October, because it's been a year now. The Turnip Green Festival that I keep telling you to come up here and bring the guitar, where we sit around the campfire, eat deer meat, and and watch football is coming up the third week in October. So I'd love to have you up here sometime, but you'll probably be playing Carnegie Hall or something that weekend.
You never know. Send me the date.
I'll do it.
All right.
All right.
Y'all.
Bye, Janet. We love you guys, and Chris Bellamy, everybody. That's a true troubadour there, and it's always nice that we get a chance to. Let me get your microphones back on here.
Yeah, he is.
Let me see if I can go back down here and get onto the regular camera there. So I'm pretty happy that all worked out pretty well.
Yeah,
Not too bad.
Not too bad.